You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, it's official. The state of Michigan has flattened the curve, and it's on to phase 4. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Well, we'll tell you more about the change there in a moment, but let's first take a look at the numbers around our area. Branch County held steady over the last 24 hours with 121 cases and 2 deaths. WTBB says another 4 prisoners at Lakeland Correctional Facility have died, bringing their number to deaths to 23. Until the latest report from the Michigan Department of Corrections, there hadn't been any deaths reported in 11 days at the Coldwater Prison. The count remains where it was yesterday in Hillsdale County with 170 cases and 24 deaths. Lenawee County reports 154 confirmed cases, 112 recovering, 4 deaths, 34 probable cases, 33 recovering, and no probable deaths. Steuben County shows 84 cases and 2 deaths. Williams County updated their local figures yesterday, showing 40 confirmed cases, 15 probable cases with 1 death. And Fulton County reports 43 confirmed cases, 1 probable case, and still no deaths. Well, Michigan retailers and dine-in restaurants will reopen. Gyms and fitness centers will be able to offer outdoor activities, and gatherings up to 100 people will be possible starting next week, as Governor Gretchen Whitmer has lifted the state's stay-at-home order and is moving all of the Michigan up to phase 4 of the My Safe Start plan. The Upper Peninsula and Traverse City regions are already in the so-called improving stage, while the rest of the state had remained in the flattening stage of the plan for about 2 weeks. The Associated Press says that the reopenings will begin on Thursday. Now, that's the day when retailers will be allowed to open to customers without an appointment, but with limited capacity limits. Now, restaurants can offer dine-in service with capacity limits starting on June 8th. On that same date, pools and day camps can reopen. In-home services such as house cleaning can resume, and gatherings of up to 100 people will be allowed. Casinos, hair salons, indoor theaters, and indoor facilities at gyms will all still remain closed for now. The governor says that she hopes to be able to move to state up to phase 5, called the containing stage, before the 4th of July. Face coverings and social distancing are still necessary, and the governor urges those who meet the criteria to get tested for the novel coronavirus. Now, Republican lawmakers are saying that the change is a good thing, but it's long overdue. State Representative Breonna Kale told the Adrian Daily Telegram that countless people have been told that they can't work even when it can be done safely. She added that while we all know it will take longer to reopen businesses than it took to shut them down, the state should be helping get people back on their feet and back to work before it's too late. State Senator Dale Zorin told the paper that the state Republicans have urged the governor for weeks to reduce what he called punitive and overly broad restrictions and let more low-risk and low-contact jobs get back to work. Another part of the reopening that Michiganders are certain to celebrate, bottle and can returns will be reopening on June 15th. Well, that doesn't mean all return facilities will be open immediately, but the Michigan Treasury is requiring retailers with return machines to continue that service. Those retailers will be allowed to limit the number of containers that can be returned by a single person each day at a maximum of $25. Now, the stores can also establish operating hours for the return machines, limit the number of usable machines, close them as needed for cleaning, and implementing other procedures as they find necessary to keep people safe or promote efficiency. At the start, retailers will only be allowed to collect 140% of the weekly average volume for the April and May 2019 period, keeping the system from getting bogged down. Now, it will be the first time anyone in Michigan has been able to return their empties since March 23rd. Well, down in Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced some updates last week, but that shows the Buckeye State is moving forward. The Swanton Enterprise says that the governor announced some clarifications from the state's Board of Pharmacy that will make it easier for pharmacists to order and administer coronavirus tests. The state's coronavirus website now included a map that lists testing centers in Ohio, including pharmacies and community health centers. Now, you can find that at coronavirus.ohio.gov. June 8th marks the date that assisted living and immediate care facilities will be allowed to resume visitation outdoors, as long as they're following appropriate safety measures. Now, those include temperature and system screening, scheduled visitation hours, social distancing and facial coverings, and education about the risk of spreading that virus. Now, this does not apply to nursing homes, but DeWine says the state will continue to monitor the situation and adjust the response as necessary. End-of-life situations will be allowed with fewer restrictions. The Governor's Fair Advisory Group has also released guidelines for how local fairs can operate junior fairs for kids this year. DeWine says decisions about county and independent fairs should be made locally due to each situation being unique and the possibility of conditions changing over the summer. The Branch Hillsdale St. Joseph Community Health Agency has partnered with Coverage Bridge Healthcare to bring the coronavirus testing clinic to Coldwater. The testing clinic will take place in Covered Bridge's mobile healthcare van this Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the health agency's office on Marshall Road. Testing will be first come, first served, and you're asked to bring your driver's license or state ID and insurance card if you have one. If you don't have insurance, you should bring proof of income. There will be no co-pays or out-of-pocket expenses for the testing, and results should be returned in about 5 days. High priority will be given to hospitalized patients with symptoms, healthcare workers, first responders, or congregate care facility workers. Now, standard priority will be given to symptomatic people who have not been hospitalized, as well as asymptomatic patients who live or work in high-risk settings. While those who know that they've been exposed to a confirmed patient, those preparing for surgery, and those who have otherwise been identified as eligible for test. Everyone else is allowed to take part as well, but they will be given the lowest priority. If you have any questions, you can visit the health agency's website at bhsj.org. The Branch County Courthouse has reopened with limited public access. WTBB says the facility opened its doors for the first time in 2.5 months yesterday. Only those who have business in the courthouse are currently allowed inside, and you have to make an appointment to get in. Masks are required, temperature screenings are taking place at the front door, and you will be escorted to the department you're meeting with. The Board of Commissioners solidified that plan last week. Well, still to come, protest over police killing of George Floyd has taken violent turns across the country, but here in Meshendo, the demonstrations have remained peaceful, and some local police chiefs are speaking out against that killing. Plus, a local state senator issues an apology for wearing a mask with a Confederate flag design. You're watching HTV1 News at noon.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone. classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Well, the death of Minneapolis resident George Floyd at the knee of a now-fired police officer has sparked protest and unrest, as well as further violent police response across the country and in major cities all across 3 of our states. But locally, the protest situation has been entirely peaceful, and several authorities in the Mission area are joining the calls for change. The Herald Republican and WLKI says a protest in Angola on Sunday was peaceful as about 15 people took to Public Square with signs. Several of those demonstrators wore shirts that said, quote, "No freedom until we're all equal." Now, there were no violence or property damage to report, and those opposed to the protesters didn't cause any trouble beyond revving engines, circling around the monument, and shouting a few words. Police Chief Stu Hablin says his force kept their distance, believing their presence could have been a provocative effect, but they were keeping a watch from overhead with a drone at City Hall. The Adrian Daily Telegram says the protest took place Saturday in front of the old Lenawee County Courthouse. Some signs are notably read that many across the state, others across the state have repeated, "I can't breathe." Now, those are the last words spoken by Floyd, as well as a New York man, Eric Gardner, who also died while being asphyxiated by a police officer. The Telegram says that protest also took place without an incident. And here in Hillsdale, the Daily News reports local man Jeff Girdham held his one-man protest at the corner of M99 and Bacon Street outside of the courthouse. The message is clean the swamp, which he says is a call to end corruption in law enforcement and the judicial system, both in Hillsdale County and across the country. Though some commenting online have said that they find his slogan confusing, close to Donald Trump's own "drain the swamp" phrase. Girdham plans on additional protests on June 6 from 2 to 5 p.m. and invites the public to join in on the peaceful demonstration. Meanwhile, Tecumseh Police Chief Brett Coker released this statement yesterday. He says, "I am shocked, appalled, and angry. I am shocked, appalled, and angered by the actions of the former Minneapolis police officers. Mr. George Floyd should not be dead. There is no place in law enforcement, no place in society, no place as a human being where those actions are justified. We stand with our community against violence, regardless of who may be committing such acts. This comes down to right and wrong." Now, this was wrong, so very wrong, and we are here to do it right. Now, Coker was not alone in that sentiment. The Bryan Times says Pioneer Police Chief Tim Livengood issued a statement of his own, saying that the treatment of George Floyd by officers who clearly did not represent the Pioneer Police Department standards must be addressed. Livengood said, quote, "Actions such as this should never be acceptable nor part of the American law enforcement vocation, as they are simply inexcusable, and strongly denounce this behavior." And I strongly denounce this behavior. Well, this was a scene just after noon on Friday at the Daily Reporter, and WTVB says a Chicago couple and their 3 kids hit the back of a semi on I-69 in Girard Township. Witnesses say that the vehicle pulling a camper behind it attempted to pass a different semi-truck, but the camper began swaying in the draft from the semi-trailer. Now, the driver lost control and hit the rear of the Walmart truck, overcorrected, and he skidded off the back onto the highway, all before the camper flipped on its side. Now, no one was injured in all 3, and there was no damage to the Walmart truck. The couple says that they just bought the camper and they were taking it to a campground in Howell. Well, traffic on I-69 was briefly closed and crews could turn the camper back on its wheels, but otherwise the drivers went back on a slow pace for about an hour. The Branch County Sheriff's Office investigated that incident, and the Coldwater Fire Department also responded. An Osseo man is behind bars yet again after leading police on a chase in Hillsdale County, Somerset Township. The Daily News says 36-year-old James Cook was arrested late Wednesday after getting caught behind the wheel with his license suspended. Prosecutor Neil Brady offices said that the Somerset police officer spotted Cook driving on Jerome Road and Walworth Road, and when Cook saw the cruiser, well, he took off at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour, blowing through stop signs. Authorities caught up with him at a home on the 8,000 block of East Beecher Road and detained him inside. Brady said Cook showed limited resistance and signs of intoxication. A search warrant was issued and Cook was taken to Hillsdale Hospital for a blood draw. Now, police also searched the car and found a backpack with a small box containing methamphetamine. Cook has 2 previous convictions for intoxicated driving, and Michigan State Police have previously arrested him for fleeing police. He is now facing charges of third offense OWI, meth possession, third degree, fleeing and eluding, resisting police, having an altered or forced license placed, and driving on a suspended license, as well as driving without insurance. Bond has been set at $250,000. Now, Cook is scheduled for a preliminary hearing sometime within the next 3 weeks. Well, Michigan State Senator Dale Zorn has written a statement published in the Adrian Daily Telegram. Now he's offering an apology for wearing a mask with a Confederate flag designed 7 weeks ago. Zorn says in the article, quote, I did not wear the mask to make a statement or support any movement or idea. It was just a stupid mistake, and I take full responsibility for my poor decision. On April 15th, the day he wore the mask, the Michigan legislature was voting to reject Governor Whitmer's request to extend the state's emergency declaration, while protesters who demanded that rejection demonstrated outside, some carrying Confederate and Nazi symbols and other signs relating to those ideologies. At this time, Zorn claimed that his wife designed the mask and that was supposed to resemble the state flag of either Tennessee or Kentucky, but neither of those flags resemble the crossbars and stars seen on his mask. Zorn also said that the day that he knew the design would, quote, raise some eyebrows. The senator now says he strongly condemns the Confederacy and everything it stood for. He also strongly condemns racism in all its forms. The Branch County NAACP has previously called on Zorn to take responsibility for his actions, and calls for his resignation continued on the Telegram's Facebook page. Now, Zorn is a Republican from Ida and represents Lenawee and Monroe counties. Well, we'll be right back to wrap things up right after this.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss 2 fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound, or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just 2 great deals and 2 more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project. The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for HTV1 News at noon. Now, don't forget, you can find more news in our live streams 24/7 at htv1.net. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Pienta. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Have a great day, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.